the instructor sits back and he says, by making you stretch for something you couldn't reach, you can reach greatness. So the reason why I want to give you the harder stuff first is because it stretches you. It helps you to... There is some benefit about the frustration and the confusion. I know it may not seem like that at the time, but there's something about being frustrated and a little bit confused where you really start trying to learn. You really start activating parts of your brain in order to grasp the information. So I'm going to take it a little bit easier on you this time around. We're going to go somewhat slower so I can make sure and cover the ground. I'm not going to talk as fast because I know I have a tendency to do that. But we're going to go through two types of basic types of trading. Technical trading and then fundamental trading. Now, in the course, I did mention fundamental trading, but I didn't deal with it. Most of the course is all about the fundamentals of technical trading. So at the core, what we're talking about are pre-planned tactical approaches to the market. That's because we don't want to wait around all day, glued to the computer, waiting for the setup. If you remember in the 1999 and 2000, they would have these commercials where a guy is barely shaving and his clothes are all messed up, and his friend comes in and he basically says, well, hey, I'm a day trader. And, he's frantically getting in and out of stocks. That's not what we're talking about here. Instead, what we're talking about here is being able to decipher the market's likely direction and take trades that are obviously pushing with the overall trend. Okay, so we're not talking about just sitting around all day and trying to figure out how we can find opportunity in the marketplace. Now, fundamental trading. Fundamental trading really can get tricky and that's why I didn't include it in the kit. And it really is due to the timeless argument, which really is a classic chicken before the egg problem, where the market is divided into two large camps: the fundamental traders, technical traders, and each one will say that it leads the pack. The fundamental traders will say, "Hey, economic announcements will lead the marketplace." The technical traders say, "Come on, that stuff's already priced in." Well, the good news is we really don't need to know much in order to make money when it comes to fundamental trading, okay, if we approach it correctly. And what you're going to see on the members area over the next few weeks, in fact, I will hopefully have the first document finished just shortly after this call. But more of this fundamental trading information will be up on the website. And again, the reason why I wanted to start with the technical information is because it really is much more difficult than the fundamental. And in fact, the fundamental trading is so simple that you really only need to know a few things of information. In fact, two major things that you have to be aware of in order to make fundamental trading work. And those two things, number one, are the consensus. Okay, now the consensus literally is a survey of different economists and professors, government agencies, where they have an estimate about a certain economic event. Okay, now if you've been around the marketplace at all, you've probably heard of earnings. Okay. Publicly traded companies. Now, I'm not talking about the Forex. I'm talking about regular publicly traded companies. You probably heard them that they have to announce things like earnings, right? I'm being a little facetious here, but so when a company announces earnings, you have probably heard that the analyst estimate may be for 90 cents a share or $1.10 per share, which means for every share that's outstanding, the company is going to make $1 in gross revenue, okay, or gross earnings rather. Well, that's a type of consensus. And all it means is that the analysts have listened to the company, they've taken a look at their publicly available documents, they've analyzed trends, they've analyzed sales, and so the analysts will come out and